What if the Industrial Revolution began in ancient Egypt? Picture the Nile at dawn, the Great Pyramids touching the sky. But look closer. Among the golden sands and sacred temples, something is different. Towering smokestacks belch steam, massive gears turn with the rhythm of the river, and the glow of furnaces rivals the rising sun. This isn't the Egypt of our history books. This is an Egypt that chose a different path, a world where the age of steam and iron dawned thousands of years early. Welcome to Unwritten Empires. How could this have happened? Let's travel back to the age of Pharaohs, a civilization renowned for its mastery of mathematics, architecture, and organization. In our timeline, their greatest power sources were human labor and the predictable flooding of the Nile. But imagine a single pivotal discovery. Hero of Alexandria's Eolipile, a simple steam turbine invented not as a mere curiosity, but recognized for its true potential. Perhaps a brilliant inventor, a forgotten Imhotep of a later age, saw the Eolipile not as a toy, but as a source of immense power. This one spark of genius could have ignited a revolution. The first steam engines, crude and inefficient, might have been used for religious ceremonies, creating divine movements in temple statues, or opening massive temple doors with a hiss of steam, reinforcing the power of the priesthood and the pharaoh. But the practical applications would have been impossible to ignore for long. Soon, these engines, fueled by papyrus reeds or scarce wood, would be put to work on the Nile itself. Imagine steam-powered barges, moving against the current, revolutionizing trade and military transport. No longer would Egypt be solely dependent on the wind and the river's flow. Goods from Nubia and raw materials from across the known world could reach Thebes or Memphis in a fraction of the time. The Nile, the lifeblood of Egypt, would become its first industrial highway. The real transformation would happen at the construction sites. The pyramids and temples were built with human muscle, ramps and rollers. But what if steam-powered cranes and lifting engines were introduced? The scale and speed of construction would have exploded. Monuments even grander than Karnak could rise in a single generation. Quarries would echo not with the shouts of men, but with the chug and hiss of steam-powered drills and saws cutting through granite with unprecedented ease. This industrial leap would reshape Egyptian society. A new class would emerge, not just scribes and priests, but engineers, mechanics, and metallurgists. Schools of engineering would be established alongside scribal schools, teaching the principles of steam, gearing, and metalwork. The knowledge of hieroglyphs would be joined by the language of blueprints and mechanical diagrams, etched onto clay tablets or papyrus scrolls. The pharaoh's power would become absolute, not just through divine right, but through technological supremacy. The army would be transformed. Imagine Egyptian legions, not with bronze spears, but with early forms of steam-powered artillery. Steam tanks, armored chariots, impervious to arrows, could have rolled across the deserts of the Near East. The Hittites, the Assyrians, the Babylonians. None could stand against such a force. The Egyptian empire could have expanded far beyond its historical borders, creating a world-spanning dominion built on steam and steel. But this progress would have a dark side. The furnaces would demand fuel. Egypt's few forests would vanish quickly. This would drive a desperate search for coal, perhaps leading to massive mining operations in the Sinai or expeditions deep into Africa. The skies over the Nile Valley, once clear, would be hazed with smoke. The river, the source of life, might become polluted with industrial waste. The social structure would be strained. The vast workforce needed for the mines and factories would create a new urban working class. Would these be slaves or a new class of paid laborers? The traditional balance between the peasants, the artisans, and the ruling class would be shattered. Cities like Thebes would swell into sprawling industrial metropolises, teeming with wonders, but also with poverty and unrest. The old gods, patrons of the sun and the harvest, might find their influence waning in a world lit by furnaces and powered by machines. New cults might arise, dedicated to the gods of the forge and the engine. Would this industrial Egypt have faced its own Bronze Age collapse? Or would its technological advantage have allowed it to weather the storm that brought other great civilizations to their knees? Perhaps Egyptian steamships would have explored the globe thousands of years before the Age of Discovery. Imagine Egyptian galleons, powered by steam and sail, rounding the coast of Africa, or even crossing the vast Atlantic, encountering the civilizations of the Americas, the history of the entire world would be rewritten. The Roman Empire, as we know it, might never have risen. Instead of clashing with Celtic tribes in Gaul, Roman legions might have faced steam-powered Egyptian automatons on the fields of Italy. The scientific revolution of the Renaissance would be a distant echo of discoveries made millennia earlier along the Nile. The philosophies of Greece, the laws of Rome, all would be filtered through the lens of an industrial Egyptian superpower. The world we live in today is a direct descendant of an industrial revolution that began in 18th century Britain. But what if that seed had been planted in the fertile soil of ancient Egypt? A world of steam-powered pyramids, of pharaohs commanding armies of iron, of hieroglyphs detailing the laws of thermodynamics. It's a tantalizing glimpse into a history that never was, a reminder that the path of progress is never guaranteed, and a single spark of innovation in the right place, at the right time, can change the world forever. What alternate history should we explore next? Let us know in the comments below. If you enjoyed this journey into a world that might have been, be sure to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon to join us again at Unwritten Empires. Thanks for watching.